So in the second video of this section, we're going to look at the difference between an identity, a contradiction, and a conditional statement. So an identity statement is a statement that is true for all real numbers. A contradiction is a statement that is not true for any real number, and a conditional statement is a statement that is true for some real numbers. So let me just make a note of that up above. So this is for all, a contradiction is for no real number, and a conditional statement is for some real numbers. So let's look at part A. So we have x squared minus 9 equals x minus 3 times x plus 3. So what I'm going to do is on the right side, I'm just going to multiply this out. So we have x squared plus 3x minus 3x minus 9. And on the left side, I'm just going to leave that alone for now. So now on the right side, I'm going to combine like terms. So we have plus 3x and minus 3x. That gives us 0x. And we are left with x squared minus 9. And on the left side, we have x squared minus 9. So notice the left side is exactly the same as the right side. So if we substitute any number in for x, we're going to get the same thing on the left as we do on the right. And this is considered an identity statement. And again, true for all real numbers. Let's look at part B. So now we have x squared minus 9 equals 0. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to solve this. So let's get the x squared term alone. So we have x squared equals 9. And we can think through all the possibilities that would make this true. And we might get to positive 3 and negative 3. I'm going to do this algebraically. I'm going to take the square root of both sides. Since the square root undoes a square, right? Those undo each other. They're like opposite operations. So we have x is equal to the square root of 9. And we know the square root of 9 is either positive 3 or negative 3, because 3 times 3 is 9, and negative 3 times negative 3 is also 9. So this statement is true only if x is equal to positive 3 or x is equal to negative 3. So this is considered a conditional statement. And finally, part C, we have 2x minus 4 equals 2x plus 1. So it's pretty clear that these two x's, regardless of what x will be, the 2x will be the same term. But if we're going to subtract 4 from that quantity on the left, but add 1 from that quantity on the right, there's no way the left side is going to equal the right side. You're always going to get different quantities on either side of the equal sign. So this is never true, and this is considered a contradiction. Okay, so just one more time, we have identity statements. They are true for all real numbers. Contradictions are not true for any real number, and conditional statements are true for some real numbers.